Hey everyone, Tesla Tom here. Thanks so much for joining us on Ludicrous Feed. Well, obviously with coronavirus restrictions around Australia, not many of us can take road trips currently in our Teslas. So today we're going to plan a virtual road trip using the website abetterrouteplanner.com. This is a great resource for electric vehicle owners, and if you're thinking of buying an electric car like a Tesla, then I suggest you check this out to see how long it takes to get from anywhere around the world, basically, from point A to point B. So before we get to a Better Route Planner website, let's have a look at Google Maps to start with. I've plugged in here between Sydney and Melbourne, and it's telling me it's going to take 8 hours and 38 minutes, basically point to point without stopping. Now, obviously that's not feasible. You've got to fuel up even in a nice car. So let's say about 9 hours if you're really in a hurry to get from Sydney to Melbourne. Let's compare that to a Better Route Planner. And before we work out how long that's going to take, it's quite a customizable website because you can plug in what car you're driving. So for me, I've plugged in a Tesla Model 3 long range performance minus with 18-inch wheels. We're going to start our journey at 90%, and the efficiency of this car is about 170 watt hours per kilometer. We're going to choose Tesla chargers only for this example. You can choose other types of chargers if you wish. You can plug in how much charge you want to arrive your destination with. So for this, we're going to leave it at 10%, although you can change to 20% if you like, or a bit more if you need that extra charge to get somewhere other than just Melbourne Central or the Melbourne Supercharger. 10% is what I've set for charger arrival, and that's how comfortable you are with how low the battery will get when you get to a supercharger. Most people either set between 10 to 20%. Charger maximum. Now this is how high you want your battery to top up at every charger. I think 100% is probably a bit too high because it does take a bit longer to get between 80 to 100%. So I'm going to leave it at 80% because between 20 to 80%, that's kind of the sweet spot of charging rate. Battery degradation. So default is 5%, and that's assuming that over time the battery does degrade. I think that's a little bit high, but just to be conservative, I'll leave it at 5% for battery degradation. Charging overhead time, I'll leave it 5 minutes. Maximum speed of 150 is a bit high. I'm going to leave it at 110 because we're safe drivers. Stick to the speed limit. Road conditions, so you can plug in weather conditions, wind speed, temperature outside, all that kind of thing. Extra weight, that's for baggage obviously. I'll leave it at 0 for now. We've got our settings now. We're going to press that button here. This will tell us how long it'll take to get between Sydney and Melbourne. Let's see. Okay, so this is telling me that it's going to take me 9 hours and 54 minutes to get between Sydney and Melbourne using Tesla superchargers. So if you look at the Google website, Google Maps, it's telling me it's going to take about 9 hours if I don't stop. This is telling me it's going to take 10 hours. So about 1 hour extra if you allow for charging. So let's review the plan they've given us. So basically I'm starting at Sydney at 90% charge, and it's going to take me 2 hours and 5 minutes to travel the 196 kilometers between Sydney and Goulburn, which is the next supercharger. At Goulburn, it's telling me to stop for 6 minutes. And then I will be driving for another 1 hour and 47 minutes to get to Gundagai, the next charger. At that point, by the way, Goulburn, it's going to tell me to charge from 39% to 55%. And then when I get to Gundagai, the battery will go down to 14%, and it will ask me to charge for 16 minutes, and it'll get me to 57%. And then the next charger will be Wodonga at the New South Wales Victoria border. And there it tells me that I'm going to get to there 10%, and then it's asked me to charge for 17 minutes, and from there it'll get to 53%, and then the next leg will be from Wodonga to Euroa, and that's charging from 15% to 43%, and that's going to take 11 minutes, and the last one is from Euroa to Melbourne. And I assume this is Richmond, if I'm not wrong. No, that's just to Melbourne Central. Okay. So I will get to Melbourne, Central Melbourne, with 10% left over. So, obviously for practical purposes, you would probably drive to one of the 2 or 3 superchargers in Melbourne to top up there. I'm just going to play with a few settings here and just see whether that changes things. So keep in mind now, 9 hours and 54 minutes. 4 charges, 50 minutes total for charging. Between Sydney and Melbourne. So let's see what happens if I just go to the settings here. Let's go back here and let's go settings wise. Let's say if I am not comfortable reaching a destination at 10%, because that seems a little bit risky. What happens if I get to my destination at 20%? So at each charger, I want to reach 20%. Just to make myself feel more comfortable. And let's just say if I've got a bit of baggage, so let's say I'm carrying a couple of bags or suitcases, totaling say 20 kilos extra or 25 kilos extra in the back there. Right, so we've got that change, and let's see what happens there. Okay, so not much difference. Look, 9 hours and 58 minutes between Sydney and Melbourne for that extra weight, and also the just 20% residual for charging. So very similar. Goulburn for 8 minutes, Gundagai 18 minutes, Wodonga 15 minutes, and Urawa for 13 minutes, and then into Melbourne. So total charging time is, where is it there, 54 minutes again, so not that much difference. So I think, just for peace of mind, I would say leave it at 20% for me anyway, just to make myself feel more comfortable, just in case there are changes to the roads, or there's roadworks, or strong headwind, I guess. I guess the other thing is, where do you want to stop? Because sure, this is telling me Goulburn 8 minutes, but depends what time of the day you want to leave. You may want to stop at Goulburn longer for lunch, or if you may want to stop longer at Gundagai or Wodonga. So it really depends on you, how comfortable you are with where you want to stop. Alright guys, well that is a better route planner between Sydney and Melbourne. Given that we can't do any road trips, like I said, physically, with restrictions, I will do another video next time between Sydney and Brisbane, and then maybe we'll do one from Sydney to Adelaide, and maybe even do one a bit further up all the way to far north Queensland, and maybe even visit Richard in Darwin using a better route planner. So many options. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. That's Sydney and Melbourne, a virtual road trip on Ludicrous Feed. Don't forget, you'll never charge alone. Take care guys.